Hi guys, here's Mark from the SERPENT in France, and finally we got a new 1.8 3 differential monster truck for a great pleasure. It's a SERPENT. It's the first time that SERPENT made a big monster truck, so we surely have something to improve on the truck because they have no experience in this size and this type of vehicle. And but I don't understand. We all have internet and all of us see what the other does, so why don't the engineer from these trucks don't have take a look on the other monster truck to make better? It's clearly this is a truck with big tires. It's not a real 100% monster truck with a higher chassis in the middle. It's what I call a muggy, like the Arma Kraken or something. We have a flat truggy chassis and big tires. We have a cool looking monster truck body, and like other brands, the biggest failure that we have nothing to protect the body. We have 4 super tiny body clips here, 1/10 scale body clips. It's something I really don't understand. They really will fast go through the body and make holes through the body. We have no cage under, nothing to protect. The quality from the plastic is okay, but you know, if you are a monster truck driver, you exactly know what will happen with this body after a few missed front or back flips. What I like is the fat bumper in the back and in the front, and also that these bumpers are in junction with big skid plates who also protect here the A-arms. You have here a physical stop to the A-arms. That's really cool for flip overs to have less stress on the arms. The plastic feels really good and flex. That's a really good point from this truck. The tires look amazing and feels amazing. These tires are really super. Even the foam in the tires feels really super. What I don't understand, they use so fat widener for the spool instead of use wheels with a big offset. But however, they make it, so we'll drive it this way. Under the body you have stock SERPENT platform with a motor, receiver box, ESC and servo in one part, and the LiPos left and right in the back. You can put two 2S, two 3S, two 4S if you want two 4S parallel, or for those who want to put an 8S system in, you have plenty of room. I even put 2 6s in for check. It's absolutely not a problem to put 2 big 6L LiPos in this truck. The LiPo tray are really big. That's something I like. The Lowe's 3XL have 2 small LiPo tray. These ones are really big. That's a good point. Also, this super fat stiffener here from the bumper. They still are flex, but they really feel really tough. The body mounts here in the back is a good idea. Here it should be in the front, because you know it on all other old monster truck. When you crash, the body will hit the damper and the damper will make holes into the body. So I really think that this one should be in the front and not in the back here. And we miss here a roll bar. Just a roll bar here who goes through the rear or to the front here for provide this body to be crushed and to be destroyed by the weight of the car when he flips over. We have here something, I hope if the plastics are good that this will hold fine, but we have here plastics arm holder, and this is really strange for me on a such heavyweight monster truck. We also have a strange thing that we have steel E-clips for retain this and not screws. On the field, you know how if you had E-clips in the old times for monster truck like on the Savage, you all know how painful it is in the winter to remove and put together these E-clips when you will change a broken arm or something on the field. The hubs feels really fat. These parts are even not so thick, but I know I have, it's a third or fourth Serpent I have. I know this will really make the job. It's a really hard material, it's really good done. And what Serpent does here, not like Losi, Serpent, like COBRA, knows something about A-arms and CVD travel. And with this one you will have no problem with CVD who hits the bottom from the drive cups and destroy the differential like it is on the Losi 3XL. Here you can have the full suspension travel from all down to all close. You don't need to have bump stops here to provide the CVD to hit here back. That's something I really hate on the Losi 3XL. This we have big fat suspension but no more travel than the buggy because of the wrong angles. And here you have the right angles. Even in the back you will have no problem with this. The only thing I do now is that I take away some preload on the springs because the truck is really hard out of the box. Even yet, it's clear I have no battery in, but even with the battery the car jumps out. Maybe they do this because Serpent has a greed. They are racers. They make race cars, truggies and buggies and GTs, so they know how to set up suspension for a racetrack. But on a monster truck it's way too hard. A monster truck, when you put it on the ground, should go down for about 20–30%, so you can really make this in the suspension while you drive, go down here, take the squat for take the power from the motor when you hit the throttle because of the big tires. If you are too hard in the rear, you immediately go up in the front, and they put really loose diff oil in this truck, so he will always lose traction and blow out the tires. That's something we have to take care about when you go to drive. I see a video from this car and it's clear with so hard suspension the truck will jump around on the terrain like a toy, like a Nico toy, and I really don't like this, but I will go drive this truck stock before I change anything. The only thing I will change are the connectors with EC5. I drive EC5. These connectors are not a problem on on-road, but off-road these connectors are a big problem with contact loss and burns out because they begin to be hot. I don't also not understand Serpent with this one. They put here a colson, but this look like we have just finished quick the job and take no care what we done. This is a little bit a shame for this price of truck, and this Serpent is a brand who makes competition, so we don't expect those cheap solution for the wires. It's not a big deal, I know. I'm gonna solder here the plugs and here, make something really correct to fix the cable, and then we go drive this truck. And I hope I really know that this truck will be so good to drive as the 3XL. I really love the drive style of the Losi 3XL. It's really super to drive on the field, but you have a really problem in off-road with this CVD always bent, and this differential who dies because of the CVD who bends. I hope this truck will not have it, and so we have finally, after more than 20 years, a real 1.8 fat monster truck who holds on the line. Because we miss it. Team Esso made the rival monster truck. It was a bad monster truck. It was a super truck to drive, but a super weak truck. The Emax was one of the weakest truck I ever drive, with the Red Cat Monzoom and those things. Really a shame for trucks. There are no trucks. The GSTE from Sen was a super mega tough truck. I talk here about trucks with center diffs. The T-Magic E6 is a super truck, but it has only one problem: the wheelbase is too short. This one has the long one. You have here a car for the half of the price of an X-Max, and you have a big fat monster truck. I really like those looks. I think it looks like a Vatera Helix in 1/8 scale. Even the tires look like the Vatera tires. And I'm really sure I will have fun with this truck, and I'm just not sure if these plastic parts for hold the A-arm X will hold on, but all the rest will surely hold. And even not go to drive without making here a roll cage in the body. It's not the body I like the most, but I think it really looks cool, and I don't want to crush it on the first run. Even if after it I put an unbreakable body here from Armor Nero on the track. Maybe I get one orange, so because this body looks really awesome and is super mega tough. So I wait for your comments. Those who have those trucks, please tell me what happened to you, what's not happened to you, if you are happy with the truck, if you are not happy, if you have a servo issue, if you have a suspension issue, if you have a transmission issue with the differential or something. In my opinion, how I say, out of the box, the diffs are too loose, the suspension are too hard. It's more like a truggy style setup. But we will drive it this way, and then we will change it. We will put harder diffs oil in, and we make the suspension way softer, so these things can really suck up the bumps like a monster truck does. See you on the field, guys. Have a nice day. Guys, I'm still here. I put away the protection from the body, and you see the color are just beautiful. Put also some sticker on, and I forgot to tell you something about another difference. We have two big difference between a monster truck and a muggy. A muggy is a truggy with big tires. A monster truck has a higher ground clearance in the middle from the truck, so a higher center of gravity. It's harder to drive, and important thing and a monster truck must have is a reduction gear. This is a muggy because you have a flat chassis and you have the motor directly on the center diff, who directly goes to front and rear diff. Clear, we have a little bit bigger spur gear, much smaller pinion, but a reduction gear is really good on so heavy monster truck, because you have way more less effort on the transmission with a reduction gear. I think this reduction will be too long for a monster truck for this size with this size of tires, but we will see this on the ground. Maybe I make the first run in 4S and then go to 6S if I not find the gear ratio too long. And if it's too long, I maybe will reduce the kV of the motor. But this is something we're gonna see on the field. Bye guys.